following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
And what I just said was right. You did find us online because that's the only place to find us. Here we are where the podcasts live. You're on our YouTube channel, Adventures from the Shed. We are going to get back into a game tonight. We're going to introduce somebody new and say hi to them. But for now, I'll start with myself. I am Joe. I am playing Jonesy, the kind of laid back, I'll fix it eventually kind of guy. I'll kick it over to the Z-Man.
Nope, my name's Zeb. I'm playing Crawford Barlett. He's a soup-loving cowboy scientist that is always looking for his next fixing a soup. Moving on to Randy.
Speaking of people looking for their next iron, this is Randy, and I play Isaac Usick, and he is a chemist, and he's looking for love, but in all the wrong places. And the love is iron. And speaking of love, here's someone new.
What's up, y'all? I'm Phil. I'll be playing a new character. His name's Mars. That's about it. I'm gonna pass it to Eli.
There you go. Eli, you need to unmute, buddy. I get to pick on you.
No, I don't need to unmute. You need to mute so we can be on the same channel. It works like a radio, like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome, everybody, to our World of Darkness game. We're back in our main story, the A plot, so to speak. Who wants to give me a recap? And I'm going to be excluding Phil from this one. Joe,
I want to hear Phil's recap.
Joe has ducked away from the camera. He has left the shed. There is no longer a host. I'm in charge now.
I don't mind.
Isaac doesn't remember the last episode. So he was very intoxicated on a audio, some other. Yeah.
Crawford's going to fill us in.
Yeah, because Crawford has a journal. Hopefully you guys all remember that, and he remembered to open it to read the synopsis.
You know what's funny? My journal doesn't include that Crawford has a journal. I'm going to add that now.
Same.
So last time, if I remember right, was we hung out with Nika, who was in this biker bar, and she was just, she's very angry. She was super pissed off. Yeah, she was crazy. Her car smelled like cigarettes. And she, once we were probing her for information, looking for Victor Cruz, and she gave us a ride back to the hotel. Gave us a little bit of information, which Crawford for some reason forgot to write down. And,
oops. Super important.
But yeah, the big thing that happened though is as soon as she left, we heard a bunch of gunshots, bang, 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 gratata. And we ran outside and we found a dude on shot underneath his motorcycle. Isaac tried his best to try and help him, but the dude was just like, "Get away from me! I'm gonna shoot you if you come any closer." He eventually expired, and we decided to hide his body in the dumpster. And hid the motorcycle around the back of the hotel. During that, though, Isaac reached out to his contact, local gangs, Ricky, and texted him. He didn't make it. Wanted to make sure it wasn't one of your boys. Anything you can share as to who they were, and that was the end of that.
All right.
That's an accurate recollection. The information that you failed to write down is lost to time forever. Nobody knows anymore. So what Nika told you was that she had a working relationship with Victor Cruz. They seem to have gotten themselves into some shenanigans. It was implied that Nika and Victor were responsible for the damages to the statue at the Fellowship of the Valley Church?
People's Mission Bridge of the Fellowship Harvest Church of the Valley.
Yes.
The PMOT FHCOTV.
typically referred to as
Sure.
the Church of the Valley.
Yes.
She told you that the last time that she had heard from Victor was him confirming their lunch plans on the day that he went missing.
Right. He was going to a Mexican restaurant.
Yes, El Taco Taco.
Taco. Wait, there's a comma though, so it's like the taco.
Yes.
There's also a chance he didn't make it. So
You did inform Nika that it seemed as though Victor had intended on contacting her later in the day, as you had found a note seemingly written by Victor saying that he was going to visit a storage unit and needed to speak with her before he did so.
Yep. I, as detailed in Crawford's journal, found the napkin, dropped the fucking napkin.
Yes.
Yeah. That was hysterical. Just wrote stuff on it, threw it. Well, had stuff on it, threw it out.
Won't need this.
No, I dropped it. You didn't.
It was taken by the wind and a
the
bat.
wind caught it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I should be like, let me take a picture of it. You're like, okay. And it was
There it
gone.
goes.
And it's
Like an angel's kiss.
Like an angel. Like the was it the feather in Forrest Gump?
Yeah. Except it never came back at the end.
Yep. We ended the last episode with waking up the next morning, day 6 of the investigation. Randy has received a text, or Isaac has received a text back from Ricky. The text says, "Look, I think some bad people have caught wind of you putting your nose where it doesn't belong.
All right, guys, you're moving.
So I'm sending one of my guys out there. Treat him well. Show him respect. He'll keep you alive."
I'll text back. Can I get a name so we don't shoot him? We're getting a lot of craziness going on out here.
Mars is his only response.
Mars. So he's sending a freaking planet.
And
No, he's sending the Roman god of war and discipline.
Oh, I suppose that works. That's much better than a planet.
I lean over to Isaac and I'm like the candy bar?
Like a candy bar.
You and food, I swear.
I'll text back gracias and talk later.
All right.
Ricky responds, "Sure," with 3 periods.
He's
Ricky's
never talking to you again.
Yeah, Ricky's not sounding so hot.
Yeah.
Let's see if I ever help you again.
Send.
Wait, don't hit that.
Meanwhile,
Voice to text, damn it.
in a different part of town, Mars, you get a call from Ricky. He says, "Hey, I know you just got settled in at home, but I need you to do something for me. And it's important that it stays between you and me."
Okay. What is it? I respond.
Give me a second here. I want to get into his character voice.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So you remember when you and Manny got into that fight at the storage place and he got shot and you got hit like hard? You remember the guy that came in and passed you guys up?
Yeah, vaguely. What about him?
He's going to be in a lot of trouble here real soon. So I need you to go over to him and scratch his back, since he scratched yours.
He's an itchy mofo.
Well, I figure I owe him one. I'll slide through over there.
All right. If you need anything, make sure to call me direct. All right. We don't need to be getting anybody else involved here.
Will do.
One
And
of my
he,
favorite things is watching Eli struggle with a Spanish accent. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
Nambre way.
And I think it's just when you're, from what I could tell, it's just when you're trying to get into a specific character because you want to give them some uniqueness, right? But it's just so funny to me to watch. It's amazing.
He sends you. He tells you which motel he needs you to go to. It's one you're quite familiar with. As a matter of fact, you were in that area just a couple nights ago before. Well, I mean, it's best not to think about it. You don't know what the fuck you saw that night, but you know what? That was some freaky shit. So let's just try and move on.
Okay. Can I roll for? I'm so sorry.
What's your intention here?
I'm trying to gauge the environment, see what all's going on in this moment.
So right here, right now, you're at your place. All right.
Oh, I haven't arrived at the hotel.
No. This until I direct a scene change.
Okay.
It's assumed that everything is in its one spot. So right now you are at your home. You're just waking up, heating up some pizza rolls or something for breakfast.
Wow.
Look, you don't live a great life,
Okay.
but I mean,
You're living a life.
yeah, you're living a life. You make money, I guess. You're
Look
alive.
for some Tostitos. Tostinos.
Copano
Evil.
Nuevo, the town that you
pizza
live
roll
in.
guy is gonna save these guys' lives. All right, got it.
The town that you live in, it's a relatively small town.
Yep.
It's not great. It's actually a really shitty place to live, but it's been growing a lot recently.
Cool.
You are just one of the people that the only way to get anywhere in life, you had to rub shoulders with the wrong crowd, and it's treated you well enough. You haven't died. Came close a couple times. That's fine.
All right.
We're just as wrong as any other crowd to hang out with, right?
There you go.
Ricky does tell you the name of who you're supposed to be meeting with. He tells you it's a guy by the name of Isaac, wears a really stupid looking turtleneck.
But it's really flat. Wrinkle free.
Nice and smooth.
All right.
Unless there is anything you want to do to get ready for this job, then we'll go ahead and move back to the motel.
Okay, so I check my supplies I check my inventory to see what supplies I have.
Booting up your Y-Box 720, you check your inventory in your little game. It's got the same stuff that it had the last time you played. But looking around your actual home for what you have, I mean, you've never been one to spend on needless things. You're always a man with a plan. You have a concrete idea of your goals here. You want to be at the very top. So there's no room for frivolity in your life. You got the basics for food, clothing, shelter. You have what you need to survive. You do have a gas station folding knife that you keep on you at all times. You never know when you need one.
Yep.
And recently you acquired yourself a semi-automatic handgun because some of the things that your gang has been asking you to do have slowly gotten more and more dangerous. You have a couple magazines for it. You've got enough ammo for those. You actually had to go get another box last night because you used a bunch recently. But again, let's not worry about that.
Bad memories.
No dwelling on the past. To the future.
Cool. All right. So yeah, that's about it as far as changing inventory and whatnot.
Okay.
Cool.
So then we will move back over to the motel. Research team 12, you get your morning rituals done, and a few minutes later, as you're trying to figure out what
Bang.
you need to do today, there's a knock on your motel door.
Up, I'll get it. Hello?
Hey, I was sent here to help you
Wait.
guys out.
I know you. Didn't I patch you up like 3 days ago or something? Guys, there's your dog at the door. There's like a wild beast here.
Yeah, I got patched up from you a couple days ago. I figured I'd return the favor.
So I'm guessing you're Mars?
Yeah, I'm Mars. You're
Welcome.
good to
Isaac.
be here. Isaac.
It's the candy bar man.
How's
How's it going?
Won't be too many candy bars with me, but well, so we have Crawford and what's your name over there?
Which one?
Isaac.
I'm
Isaac.
Jonesy, man.
Jonesy. What's wrong with him?
Say it with me now. Isaac.
Yeah, I
You'll learn.
about all that.
Yeah, you'll learn. Hang around long enough. You'll see what's wrong with him.
Both of my eclectic partners are that's pretty much it. Eclectic.
So, Skitch hits the proverbial fans, huh?
Do what?
I said the shit hits the proverbial fan, huh?
Yes, yeah, it has. You guys are in some deep crap. So I'm here
It
to
takes a
help
little
you,
extra listening to get Randy on the accent sometimes. The voice, yeah.
Proverbial is kind of hard to say with a lisp.
Yeah.
Fun though.
Well, boys, what were we doing again? I can't hardly remember.
Don't we need to go to that like storage unit, man? I mean,
Well, if I remember right, we didn't figure out which one it was.
Well,
That's
we
correct.
all of them?
We do know that we do know that Mr. Cruz was heading towards the El Taco last time he was known to be heading somewhere. So that might be a good place to check out.
I mean, I guess we could go there, but everybody's got a real stick up their ass in this town. So I'm kind of under the opinion we might not get much out of anybody.
Also, last night I mentioned calling headquarters to see where he was staying, so we can probably find something in his room or something.
Like a spare Iron Man? Not Iron Man, but Iron, man.
I hope I find both.
I like that part when he's in the cave and he makes the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
So who wants to call headquarters?
You haven't received a response to your email. There is an emergency number that you can use to speak with someone directly, but it's standard procedures dictate that you use that number only in an emergency, as in like I'm bleeding out and I need help.
Do we have like a case number or anything like that? Or would we just identify ourselves as research team 12 and they should know what we're doing?
You would identify yourself as a member of Research Team 12. They would confirm that with information that only Research Team 12 would have, such as employee ID number, most recent case, etc., etc.
Gotcha.
The emergency number is to your handler, I believe I called it in the session 0. Their primary job is to make sure that you guys are staying on objective, as well as taking care of any back-end stuff that y'all need, which is why the emergency number to call them directly is for emergencies only. It's assumed that they're doing actual work at all times.
All right. Then I would say that we forgo calling them until it's absolutely necessary. I don't want to get in trouble at work.
Yeah, if there's only the emergency number, we're not calling that. No.
No.
Oh.
I'm not sure we know who our boss is, but we don't want them yelling at us either.
We're going to say that your handler is Beck. Her name is Rebecca. She prefers to be called Beck.
Beck.
Can't stand that band. Oh, sorry.
Gonna say
And she gets extremely upset every time Isaac makes that joke.
I used to write "Your music sucks" on her coffee. It's amazing
was
she
hor-
got promoted at all.
It was
Yeah.
horrible because she did moonlight as a jazz musician, much like Jesus.
Much like
Yeah.
Jesus and that guy at the bar.
It's
Yep.
also
Yes.
very weird hearing Beck covers in jazz.
That would
Anyway,
actually be pretty cool. Now that I think
Right.
about it.
I was gonna interject. Isaac, what was all that stuff you took off that dying man?
Well, I got his ID. I got another pistol. I think it was a pistol. Was it a pistol? Yeah.
I in my
Um,
notes I have that you he has a phone, wallet, and a barber
Yes, we
shop.
got his phone and we made sure I unlocked it thoroughly so we could check his contacts and everything and put it back in English instead of Spanish. Because
yeah, you have all of the device. You have the device's language set to English now, but as far as like actual messages,
Yeah.
any posts on their social media, all of that is in actual Spanish.
But I wrote down that he had a barber shop card.
He
Let me take a
did
look at
have
that
the
bar.
business card to a local barbershop.
I would like to read said
I
card.
don't even remember that. You wrote it down. That's pretty cool.
So the looking at the business card, it's a very simple affair. It printed on cheap paper. It's we're gonna say
A local barbershop. Is
Yeah,
that the A so you show up first in the yellow pages?
yeah, it's God. You know what? Sure, it's AAA Aaron's haircuts.
Triple Aaron. It's Aaron. Yes.
Exactly. It's Aaron's haircuts, but Aaron is spelled with 3 A's.
Nice.
Cool. I'm gonna hand it to Mars and see if he knows anything about it.
I tried to start an icicle business once. It didn't work out so well.
Bicycle.
We all think icicles.
Mars. So
Terrible.
you've lived in Capano Nuevo your whole life. You're very familiar with pretty much all of it. However, in the last few years, because of all the growth that's been happening, there are shops that you're just not familiar with. This is one of them. You do recognize the street that it's on, though.
Okay.
So you'd be able to guide everybody there, but you just don't know anybody in the shop.
Okay. So I'm familiar with where this is. I know the area. We should be careful and on our guard when we head that way.
You do know that it is outside of your gang's territory.
So we might face some troubles. What all do I know about the other territory other than like the
You
other
can
or-
you can go ahead and roll for me
okay.
a wits or intelligence combined with your ally's trait.
Okay.
So for you, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 5 dice.
Okay.
And the way this dice system works, for every dot, you roll 1 die. Each die to have a success has to be an 8, a 9, or a 10. On a 10, you can re-roll the die if you'd like. On a 1, it takes away a success.
Okay. Did that work?
I think you may have it set to send just to the GM, maybe? Because it says rolling, but it doesn't actually say the result. Eli, can you see the result on your screen?
I only see rolling 5d10. Did
Okay,
you
looks
click
like-
the dice buttons, or did you click?
It might
or
it
did
might,
you
you
just
might
type
have
in?
the automatic 3D dice enabled, and if that's the case, you have to drag. Or no, I'm thinking of something different, right?
I think you are thinking of something different.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
There we
Oh
go.
no, there it goes.
Yeah.
So a 7, a 3, a 3, an
I didn't
8,
have
and a 9.
dice
That is
selected.
2 successes.
There's 2 successes. So 8 through 10 is a success, and then a 1 is a critical failure.
Yes. So
Pretty
with
good.
with 2 successes, a
Yeah.
single success is typically all you need to do anything, unless it's
Okay.
like really difficult. So with 2 successes, you're actually quite familiar. One of your more recent conflicts was with the gang that actually operates in this area, the Mezcal Bulldogs.
Oh man.
MEZCAL Bulldogs.
Yep.
You know that their insignia is a set of eagle wings underneath a bulldog, a rather fierce-looking bulldog. I mean, you think it looks kind of stupid, but they think it looks fierce.
Okay. So knowing that this isn't like one of that specific barbershop, I know the street, is it like heavily trafficked by them? Or?
You don't know enough about how that gang operates to know how many of the actual gang members would be out and about, but you do know that a barbershop is a good place for them to congregate.
Right.
You know that it's deep in their territory, and you know that you've had fights with them recently.
Okay. So when we head out there, guys, let's be careful. let's
Ready to get shot.
play it by ear.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something you guys want to do? I don't really see where. So I guess we have two options. We can either go to the taco, or head over to this barber shop. I think we're kind of gridlocked on those two
I
options.
think we need to find the storage facility, man. I know we don't know the right one, but how many are there?
If I remember right, Isaac stopped by one on his way to the bar or something like that.
I stopped by an armor supply place because I was going to check out one. I think I may have passed by one or two. I can't remember.
You passed by a couple of them, and you stopped at a gun store.
Yeah, because you
to
walked.
buy a stab-proof vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Well,
I
no,
gave to
you
Crawford.
went in there to buy a bulletproof vest, and they said, "Sorry, all out. All we got is stab-proof."
So I gave that to Crawford.
Yep.
So if someone tries to stab you with a bullet, you're screwed, I guess.
Yeah, because everybody has guns, and all I have is pepper spray.
Pistol now, if you're ready for a gun.
Nope, only got one strength, so I don't know.
You just take a penalty to using it.
I mean, yeah, I guess give me that extra pistol shit.
Here you go.
How do you use this thing?
Bang.
All right.
Also, it's a little orange thing sticking out. Push it in, and then bang.
Crawford will use his many mornings of watching Isaac pretend to draw his gun
You see these little things?
as a basis for.
You see these little things sticking out the top? They're kind of you want to look in between those and kind of aim at the one in the front and kind of line it up, and then you fire.
I do that thing where I point it right at my face.
No.
I'll figure it out.
And finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire.
Only point that end at something you intend to die.
Trigger discipline.
I wonder if it's loaded.
Blam, 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 blam.
You shot the new iron that they had just put in the room the night before without me noticing. No!
It's got a pretty little bow on it that just falls off.
Oh my. So we're getting nowhere yet? Because, dude, I want to go to the storage facility.
We don't know which one it is yet.
I mean, I'm
We
fine
can
with hitting up.
find it. That's where he was going next.
All right,
Well,
so how many storage facilities within 5 miles of here?
Well, let's use some context clues here, right?
Yeah.
Found that note before we dropped that fucking napkin in the storm drain at the Burger Monarch up the road from here. That's where it had the plans. So I would assume that it would be in some general direction close to this area.
Probably near the Taco. He was
But I
going
could be
there
wrong.
first. Maybe it's a storage unit within walking distance of Taco.
I'm fine with stopping by every storage unit. I really don't care.
Sorry, the Taco.
I mean, I'll just look up the phone book, man, and call him. Did Victor Cruz rent something?
Wait,
Hey, is there a crime about to be committed here?
I think that's actually a good idea. Because Jonesy has the psychic powers.
Yeah, man.
And he might
Maybe
get
I
a
can
weird
get a
vibe from calling one of these places.
We still don't know what name he was going by while it's here.
That's
I already have my phone and I'm ready to dial. Like, all right, what's the first number, man?
I
yeah,
do that.
Eli, I would just start looking at places. Like, I don't know if there's a phone book in the room or if I just have to do like a Google search or whatever.
So,
but want to find storage facilities within 5 miles.
so you're taking the time to call each one of these and try to convince them to let you know if there's anything under Victor Cruz.
I'm going to call them and say I'm Victor Cruz and I forgot which storage unit I rented. Can they tell me which one it was?
I'm just hoping that he
Okay.
gets a weird vibe from coming through the phone. I don't know if that's how vibes work. If they can travel electronically over distances.
Jonesy's learning how it works too, so we'll find out. Supernatural should be able to get over the air. Yeah.
Also, Isaac's going to pull out Dead Guy's gun and start looking at his most recent messages and translate them with his translation app on his phone. So,
Okay. So then, Phil, looks like you have something to say.
I didn't know if so once they find a specific storage facility that sounds like somewhere he'd have gone, was thinking maybe I'll go scope it out first. That way it's secure.
If you know the area, yeah.
Okay.
It could help.
Yeah. But
Although I'd be a little wary because if Ricky sent you, to protect us, you probably shouldn't walk away from us. But I'm just saying that because I'm pretty sure I'll need the protection.
y'all made it this long in the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil, this motel is absolute trash. Like there's 8 rooms, a total of 2 irons. This room, the Bible's gone, the TV's gone. There's the lamp on the nightstand barely works. All the mirrors in this motel, they're polished steel mirrors bolted onto the walls, prison style. They're not glass mirrors.
Yeah,
Like,
our company doesn't think enough of us to put us in like a Red Roof Inn. We're one step below that.
But what doesn't that add like to the anonymity, like a disguise? Like no one's gonna think that a research team is staying.
That's
in
a
this
good point.
I would agree with you completely if we weren't so ridiculously psychotic and erratic.
Conspicuous. Yeah.
Obsessed with soup, man in Hawaiian shirt that just is like closing his eyes and feeling the vibe of the rooms, and then a
That's
guy
right.
that's really aggressive towards everybody.
Take
So.
it
You
easy,
definitely
man.
notice this group when it comes by. Okay.
Yeah, well, I think that they can definitely tell we're outsiders.
Oh,
Okay.
100%. Night 1, y'all went out to eat and were immediately scoped out by some hoodlums.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Jonesy, go ahead and give me a resolve subterfuge.
Resolve. I don't think I've done resolve yet. There it is. Resolve and subterfuge. I ain't got subterfuge. I have socialize. I was going with socialize.
You said you're impersonating Victor Cruz.
No, I'm just saying I'm him. I'm not trying to impersonate him. I don't even know what he sounds like. Chances are they don't either.
I'm not letting you weasel out of that one.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
purposely trying to deceive them to gain information.
Yes.
That is
but I'm doing it in a
subterfuge.
friendly. I'm doing it in a friendly way. I got you. I just have to hit the stupid submit button, which I always freaking forget about.
Oh no.
It says the 0, but what do I got? I got a 6 and a 3.
So no successes.
No.
So you call them all up and they ask pretty much all of them say sorry, you're not giving me the information I need to confirm your identity. Goodbye. One of them does say, okay, let me just go ahead and look through our directory here. And there you are. We've went ahead and sent a confirmation email to confirm that it is you. Just go ahead and click the link through that, and we'll be able to give you information regarding your unit, sir.
This storage unit has multi-factor authentication.
Wow.
So while I'm on the phone with them, I'm like, oh man, my watch is busted. And I'm telling them the truth. My watch is busted. I can't get that email right now. Sorry. But I'll figure it out. Thanks. And then I hang up. It's that place. I don't know the unit number, but it's that place.
This storage place sounds nicer than the hotel.
It was the last one, so this is like Zelda's storage because it was the last one in the list, right?
Okay.
It's actually Triple Z storage. Everything. So their slogan is "So safe you can sleep on it."
Oh, I like that. Triple Z storage. I'm gonna write that one down. Thank you.
Okay, and Isaac is going to spend pretty much the entirety of this next segment just trying to translate this guy's messages, like using his own phone to like keep track of stuff. So as you all are walking around town, he's there with two phones, furiously typing with just his thumb on both.
Nice.
So you want to go to Triple Z storage? Is that it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I did want to ask, did Mars bring his car? Which I know he has. It's an SUV.
Mars does have a car. It is something you would have brought.
Okay, and I know that the liner's missing out of the back for some reason.
Crawford doesn't know that.
Awesome.
But Zeb and Mars would, even though Phil might not.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yes, the carpet liner of the trunk of your car is missing. But hey, you have easy access to your spare tire now.
There you go. Take a
Silver
photo.
lining.
Yep.
So then, yeah, I'd say we all hop in Mars's car and have him take us to Triple Z.
Is it the next building on the street? Do we really need a car? I just want to clear that up before we say we drive 20 feet and get out.
It is on in a different part of town.
Okay, cool.
So is there anything else you want to achieve here in the motel before moving to Triple Z?
The only thing that I would want to do, and this goes to what Randy was looking at, even though he's not here right now, he had to step away for a moment. If we are going to pass either the barbershop or the other place, what was the other place? Taco. If we're going to pass either of those to get to the storage unit, we should stop in there.
Yep.
Like if it's en route. And Mars would probably know that, but Eli would probably have to tell Mars that they know that.
Neither of those places of business are en route. However, El Taco is just a couple blocks down the road.
Okay.
All right.
So maybe I'll wait for Randy to put his headphones on. There, he's got his headphones on. Maybe we swing by Taco to get something to eat and maybe ask some questions and then head over to the storage unit.
Sounds good to me.
So long that you don't harass the employees like you did that poor girl at Burger Monarch.
That's our choice.
Screw it. That's never going to happen, so we might as well just skip it.
So nothing productive at Taco.
Yeah, sounds about like us.
You were saying, Zeb?
I was just going to say, before we leave the hotel, I dig through my backpack and I pull out what is what looks like chicken bouillon cubes, you know, like you would use for like
pocket soup.
Yeah, I guess a pocket soup. I'm debating whether or not I put that into a water bottle to sip as we move along, or I just shove the thing in my mouth like dip.
You definitely need to sip that.
Yeah, it's like you do it like chewing tobacco. Just take the bouillon cube and shove it between your cheek and gum, and you just spit out chicken soup every now and then.
It keeps the calories down if I don't. But I just need the taste.
Oh God, let's please stop that. That's making me want to throw up.
All right, well then I just put it in a water bottle and I shake it up.
Okay, fuck. You run the hot water in the bathroom for a minute. Get your water up to temperature, and you now have improvised soup in your inventory.
I swear, Crawford just has diarrhea for his bowel movements all the time.
Well, it's a liquid in, liquid out diet, man.
You just put it in a coffee cup and then put it on top of the iron and let the iron heat it up.
Listen here. No.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Waste of a good iron out.
You make your way to El Taco with the intention to go to Triple Z right afterwards. Isaac, translating the messages on the phone. There's a lot of just mundane stuff.
Hmm.
It's a lot of talking with his family,
Motorcycles brakes are going out again.
contacting his
motorcycles brakes are-
friends. Yeah, it's oof. Yeah, there's actually a lot of messages regarding the motorcycle when he's talking to his friends and like all the stuff that he's done to it so far, what he's trying to do for it later. It's a little sad, but you chose the gang life, bud.
Wonder-
So
he
for
probably
those
has a
things-
post. He probably has a message in there that says, "I hope I never die under it."
Oh,
No, a lot of messages saying I could bench press this, bro.
Yeah.
Just not with
Do
a
you
gun.
even ride, bro?
You are able to decipher a couple of messages that seem to be going out to some of the other gang members. They're mostly talking about what, like, hey, where we meeting up tonight? You know, who's bringing this, who's bringing that? Did so and so talk to you? Mostly, it sounds a lot like they're just trying to confirm information through text. So you figure they probably do most of their actual communicating in person or maybe over the phone.
All right.
You are able to make note of 2 pretty regular meeting spots.
I will jot those down in my little. He's got like this little tiny notebook that's not very big at all. With like
Oh, see,
spiral on the top.
I was going with the imagery of Isaac with the gangster's phone in one hand, his own phone open to a notes app in the other, and him just furiously typing with his thumbs as he's translating.
That actually doesn't make sense.
So, like, while everybody's doing all of this, he's just like in the background, just looking like he's trying to maximize his Pokemon Go stats.
What was that
He
game
hasn't
called
turned
again?
the sound off, so we just hit a click, 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 click all the time. Yeah.
The Mezcal Bulldogs, Mezcal.
Bulldogs. Hangout places.
They just happen to be El Taco Taco and the storage place.
It's not storage. It's Z self storage.
It's easy.
Where you
So safe
self-store
you
your
can sleep
Z's.
on it.
Yeah.
Storage. And the other one was the taco place. Was it really? But
No, I just said that. Eli didn't say the names of the places.
yeah, okay. I was double
I just
checking.
wanted to make it convenient for me. That's all.
Oh, okay.
No, neither of the places that
Yeah.
you make note of are where you're heading to.
Okay. Do I know? Can I write down the places?
Looking into them,
Mhm.
one of them is the barbershop that you have the business card for. The other one, you're not sure. It looks to be part of some industrial zone in the town.
Industrial zone.
Like,
Definitely
you know the
gonna
type.
make Isaac want to go to the barbershop more now.
Yeah.
I think it's just because Randy got the haircut recently. That's probably what it is.
Maybe.
I feel like they were either there following Nika or they were there to mess with us, and they just caught the wrong end of Nika at the time, and so we might be going into the head of the beast right here.
Or a third party was involved and Nika just got the hell out of there.
That's true. There could be a third.
Nobody examined the body to see what direction the bullets came from.
Well, he was under the bike,
Examine the
so
body to
it's possible
see.
that we wouldn't be able to tell anyway.
I don't know, man. With a high enough medicine skill.
Which I have.
So,
today.
Mars,
I
you
got-
get everybody over to the Taco.
Okay.
Out of instinct, you want to pull in through the drive-through.
Okay.
I mean, you come here sometimes.
All right.
Sir, we need a park so we can go inside.
So I pull off from the drive-through to the parking spot, and we go inside, and I see the cashier, and I'm like, "Hey, we're looking for a specific guy."
While we're still in the car, though, I would like to say
Oh,
Mars, why does Ricky call you dog? That's kind of weird.
Don't know if Phil knows the answer to that.
I want to know if
The reasons I don't
Phil
want to
can
talk
make
about
something up.
it.
Just like sheepishly, like scratching the back of his head, like I won't talk about it right now, man.
That was a scratching. That's
It's kind
why. Okay.
It's kind of personal.
It's like a dog with a big sweat in his ear. Gotcha. Okay. He's really itchy.
You got any good
Okay.
soup here? I'm running
Soup.
low on
There
my
you go.
emergency soup.
Taco soup.
Okay, now Mars can ask like about Cruz.
Yeah, so I asked the cashier lady or whomever, sorry, if they've heard of Cruz because we have suspicion of him coming in here often. Something like that.
Okay, you can give me a manipulation streetwise.
So for you, that is 1, 2, 3.
And Crawford adding on, if y'all have any soup, they do say that they have some caldo on the menu. Caldo is the Spanish word for soup.
Roll 2 more dice. 'Cause
Oh,
it was-
more.
Oh my.
yeah, it's the outcome's not great.
So that's 2 1s and no successes. Which
Didn't work
means that
out well.
you have a dramatic failure.
Oh man.
Now,
Before
Too many
we
stars.
go anywhere, I'm gonna push him out of the way.
technically speaking, you could expend 1 use of your willpower to remove one of those ones. Unfortunately, it would still be a dramatic failure.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
there's not
Gotta
much
be.
point in doing that.
right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say Mars like swaggers up to the cashier, like kind of one arm on the counter, leaning forward. Hey, so have you see a Victor Cruz come through here? We're looking for him. The cashier is a young man, perhaps in his early to mid 20s. He looks at you with a deadpan expression. Welcome to El Taco Taco. How can I take your order, sir?
Yeah, I want that soup thing Eli was talking about.
Excuse me, young man, are you listening to me? I said young man.
Oh my.
1 loaded nachos, please.
He looks
Isaac is a village person.
he looks back behind him and shouts to somebody, I'm going on break.
I'm going on break. This is what we do to people.
It takes several minutes for somebody else to come take your order, as there is a bit of a kerfuffle. You hear an argument in the kitchen. People are swearing at each other in Spanish before finally a middle-aged man comes out and takes your order. You get a caldo.
Very
Anybody else that orders food, their order is noted down, and you receive it shortly after paying.
Is there anybody in this restaurant that looks out of place?
Us.
You
Except
can
us.
give me a wits investigation.
All right.
What's
see.
investigation?
It's investigation.
1 success.
A single success.
You
So
look, use point and get 2.
you could do that. It is always an option to spend a willpower.
Nah, I'm
All right.
already down 1. I'm not doing that.
Okay. So you take a look around as you're waiting for your food. There are a few patrons eating their meals here inside. There's a couple families. You see two people. Looks like they might be on a date. And there's one guy eating his tacos by himself, and he's kind of mean mugging y'all. Everybody else seems to very much be just in their lane, minding their own business. The occasional glance, like, "Oh wow, look at them." He's wearing a funny sweater, Mr. Turtleneck. But this guy attention is very clearly on you all.
I did just seasonal, but I guess it didn't work.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did to those hoodlums in our very, very first episode, and I'm gonna mean mug him back.
Okay,
I'm gonna do that thing where I'm like looking at him, you know. I'm gonna be like, you guys see this guy?
Oh man.
The most menacing Rick Moranis you can think of.
So what we're going to do there is you're going to give me a presence-based social role. So you're going to use presence as the base and choose one of your social skills except for Animal Ken. And I'm going to roll the same stat but using composure instead.
All right. Do presence and empathy.
I feel like we're basically Steve Jobs, Rick Moranis, and the dude from Big Lebowski just hanging out.
All right, I got 3
Dude, that is,
successes and 1 fail, so 2 successes right now.
that's pretty darn cool.
Oh, looks like
I got 0 successes. Ignore the name. I'm just using the stats.
I
It's not Ricky mean mugging you.
I'm gonna re-roll one of those D10s and see what happens.
Ricky,
Okay.
what's your problem, bitch?
It's a 2.
So you
It
were at
didn't happen.
2 total successes?
So I was at
4.
2 total
Oh.
successes. So, oh no, 4. Yeah, that's an
It
8.
was 4 because there's a 1 in there, but there's an 8, 9, 10, and 10.
So I was at 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll one more. All right, who cares?
All right.
Back to the game.
We squashed the beef.
So with 3 successes, you God, using empathy here is a little weird. You
I figured that it would probably be a stat he was low on. So
Well, it's
make-
getting inside the mean person's head with your own mean personness. That's empathy-ish.
What?
you lock eyes with him and you match his expression and you quietly mouth to him, "You like the way I stare at you?" And he just kind of, huh?
Oh,
And then just sheepishly looks down at his tacos and continues eating without staring at you all.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm gonna slurp the rest of my soup because it's almost gone at this point.
You're mouthing that as you've got like soup,
Yeah, there's
like
soup
dripping off of your mustache.
Nice.
And
So
just
you
so
kind of got him.
you guys know, yeah, just so you guys know, I ordered no drink with this meal, and I'm using my emergency soup as my drink.
Soup is a drink, so you're good.
There you
It
go.
is.
Okay.
Soup with a soup chaser. So this guy, I assume we could have seen some of this, that this guy like backed down from Crawford's evil stare.
It's not until Crawford recomposes himself, like gets back into the headspace of, okay, back to these guys, that you realize that his attention was on something else.
what were you looking at?
He
What was that
That
about?
guy was just mean mugging me. I don't know what to tell you. He backed down though.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Very
Uh,
impressive.
I might go over there and say something to him if once I finish my
You
soup.
totally should, man.
No,
Definitely.
let
Jonesy, as
I
you
have your
say
back.
this, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck start
Oh crap.
moving,
Mm.
sticking up just a little bit.
Oh, dudes, man, there's something funky here.
What
Can
you
you
feeling,
feel
man?
it? And I
You ride the
immediately do
wave?
that, like what Zeb pointed out earlier. I just close my eyes and just start to feel the air with my fingertips.
Mars, look at this guy. He literally surfs the energy wedge. He's like, surf's up, dude.
And I'm like, where is it, Jonesy? Where's it coming from?
He's
Where is
not
it, boy?
a,
Show me where it
he's
is.
not a dog. Mars is.
does Mars know he can like has the sixth sense or whatever?
No,
Staring
but
at
Mars
what I
is
do?
familiar with it. Mars has had his own close calls where he's felt something just before it happened.
Okay.
You're not feeling that right now, but you figure he's probably got the same kind of thing going on.
Just to a much more of a degree, because he kind of like zones out. So is it? So I'm assuming that the weird aura is coming from the guy.
Can I tell? Do I have a direction here, man?
You're going to have to roll for me a wits unseen sense.
So that's going to be 6 because I don't think I can click unseen sense to make that happen.
That's correct.
Let me take that. So let me just do it that way. Let me go to my dices and hit the D10 6. And blam. Oh my, 2 1s, but I got a 10 and an 8.
You can re-roll that 10.
I will re-roll that 10.
Maybe use a willpower if you need to.
Roll that 10
Aw.
to a 3. So I'm probably a little confused. Maybe the lines are crossed, man.
Maybe some
know.
willpower.
You're at 0 successes. Do you want to use willpower?
Yeah, I'm there, man. My will's coming through my fingertips, dude. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and mark off the use of a willpower on your character sheet.
Done.
And that brings your total roll to 1 success.
Which is enough.
You the feeling across the back of your neck quickly fades, but
Aw.
much like with the breeze, you can feel where it was coming from and where it was going. So now you need to make the choice: which of those 2 paths do you want to follow?
I would say, instinctively, with my eyes still closed, I would go where it was going, not where it came from.
Okay.
I would just start walking with my eyes closed in that direction and see what happens.
Oh, he's loose.
This way. And walking as in slowly. I am not going to run. I do know I am in the middle of El Taco Taco. I don't want to run over people.
Okay.
Call it a shuffle
Do you
more than
want to
a walk.
run under them?
You carefully move through the restaurant, quickly finding your way out. I'm assuming that the rest of the party gets up and follows.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Mars in particular. I'm gonna be like, look, man, just go with it. We gotta follow.
Let's go.
Isaac says as he accidentally knocks over somebody's empty cup.
That was his.
There, you quickly get up and go as this as you cause this small scene. Mars, as your group is leaving the restaurant, you hear one of the children with at one of the tables in Spanish say, "Mommy, mommy, look, it's a blind man." And she says, "Hey, that's rude."
You know, I was just going to say, it probably looked like a blind person finding their way out. Because I would have my eyes closed, but my fingertips kind of waggling in front of me.
So
We need to get this guy a cane.
So we're in enemy territory right now at El Taco Taco?
No. As far as you know, this little
You come
area,
here all the time, so
Okay. all right.
yeah, it's not part of a territory, but it's definitely not where you and your crew
So it's like neutral ground, kind of.
more less neutral ground, more useless ground. It's not really a whole lot of value to the gangs here.
Nobody cares about El Taco Taco.
Well, noting that, I guess Mars's guard is down, but still following Jonesy as he goes on his
Right.
blind walkthrough.
Oh, yeah.
His vision quest.
There you
No.
go.
we used it earlier, and we found a smartwatch, and it came
Yeah.
very in handy. Sort of. I don't know.
I consider myself to be useful.
Yeah,
Who knows what we'll find?
I do have a question about Jonesy's powers. If we lock out all of the rest of his senses, is his power heightened? Like if we put earmuffs on?
You're gonna try and daredevil him?
We're
Well,
gonna put him in a bowl with just salt, and we're
I
gonna
play
try
it
to
that
Stranger
way.
Things it.
I kind of play it that way with closing my eyes because I feel like my eyes are just going to deceive me anyway when it comes to the supernatural. So that's why I immediately close my eyes. And then my fingers are out there to feel the air. So kind of what you're saying, Zeb, except I guess I don't literally cover. Right, I don't put on like noise canceling headphones and stuff. Although that would be kind of useful, maybe. But in the meantime, yeah.
Yeah, that's a later upgrade item for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I think earmuffs are a special equipment item in the base rulebook.
That's awesome.
So you all follow Jonesy on his lack of vision quest, and
that is super accurate.
Jonesy, you're certain that you've lost the vibe, so to speak, but you know that this is where it was going. So you instinctively just push on until after several minutes, you feel something in front of you. Your fingers are able to curl around thin sections of wire. You open your eyes and you realize you're at a chain link fence.
Oh. Dude,
Everybody
man.
who was able to see, Jonesy walks 2 blocks south and ends up on the fence line of Triple Z self-storage.
Nice. Dude, see, I told you I wanted to come here.
I knew we
So
should
did
go to
the,
Taco.
so did the superpowers that be. They all wanted me here, man. I told you. Good tacos, by the way.
Mars, your danger sense gives you a little ping. You're not sure what's setting off until you really look around and you realize that part of the fence has been cut.
Okay, we should examine the fence and see if what all the hole in the fence is facing what direction, towards any like buildings, or is it an alleyway, or
It's into the storage unit.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
yeah, so this is Triple Z self-storage is the stereotypical outdoor self-storage facility where it's just the long rows of buildings. It's just a series of garage doors, 10 by 10 concrete rooms. The hole in the fence here looks like it was just cut to allow somebody to flip the chain links up and let them set back down. It's not like a permanent hole, or rather, it's not like an obvious hole. It's more like a line was cut through. And you are able to notice amongst the tall grass and the weeds at the base of the fence is a pair of bolt cutters.
What time?
Wait a second. Didn't he order some bolt cutters or get them or have it on the list on the paper?
Free tools.
I really wish I could remember.
I don't remember bolt cutters. No.
Yeah, journal it. Like
It's mid-morning.
Mid-morning.
Or late morning. It'd be about 10:30, 11.
Isaac's going to pick them up and try to put them away for further use the best he can.
I would look at the bolt cutters first, because some people, carve their name into their tools. So, like, does it say property of Victor Cruz? That could be really useful.
Big VC.
Yeah.
What are you carving all your work stuff?
12.
The number 12.
Yeah.
For the research team, 12. Yeah. Yep.
Because our stuff isn't marked, so he marked it himself.
Damn right.
Looking at the bolt cutters, they seem to be a cheap set of bolt cutters with the name of a low quality yet prolific brand of hardware tool.
Shout out to Harbor Freight.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, it's a dock cargo set of bolt cutters.
Nice. So this got to be the storage unit, man, because that was the same place where they were going to give me information.
It's freaking beta tools.
We got to go find his storage unit. I'll bet we can just find it by walking around.
I'm sure that Jonesy can sniff it out. My only concern is that this place's entire business model is that it's so safe that you can sleep on it.
Just put your hand on every single door until it affects you, and you're like, yeah, this one.
So it being mid-morning, and like I'm sure there's security cameras. That's my only fear. But I mean, we might just press on anyway, because we need to.
Or we could just get Marge's car and rent out a storage shed so we can be in there properly. And like they usually give you like the first month free, so maybe they have a deal going on. I don't know. So let's I guess get Marge's car.
Is anyone in favor of just busting the cameras?
I guess if
not
they're
opposed to it.
I mean, Isaac's got a gun or whatever, and I'm assuming Mars does.
It's Isaac. What are you talking about? Isaac?
I like Isaac.
My bad.
That's a new one. It's like Apple's new bag. It's the Isaac.
Yeah, we just don't want to alert anybody to our
investigating.
Yeah, because like everybody in this town hates us already. So
yes, so much.
Like they had us in protection already, so maybe Marge's car would be the best way to go.
I think that Isaac's idea makes the most sense. Let's go in and see if we can just rent out a storage unit. We still have
we can fake
a point of resources to use.
By the way, guys, when is Eli coming back? Because we got a stunt double here, but apparently he's still gone. So, oh, Eli's back! Hey, Eli! Weird
visual gag.
You had a twin here, and he just was running the show. Are you okay with that?
For the audio listeners, I have a sign behind me that says "Be right back" because I needed to step aside for a second, and I forgot to take it off.
And it only took Randy an hour to notice.
I bet he was chomping at the bit.
Yeah. So I want to say too, from Jonesy's perspective, he's first off, he's going to get to it eventually anyway. So he's not in a rush to do anything, but I'm kind of torn with this idea that I feel like we're in a rush to do everything, but Victor's not getting any less dead because we're rushing. So I'm like, I don't really care if we do it now or not.
Well, we don't fully know if he's dead or alive, really.
Oh, he's dead.
He's probably dead. He's so fucking dead.
He is way dead. This boy is not coming back. But I guess, so it's like, Jonesy's really interested in this idea because he's already started telling people he was Victor earlier today. So why not? Let's not say we're Victor, but let's deceive some more people. Sure. He's excited about that idea, but not in a rush to do it either. Just wanted to throw that out there.
So maybe we split the party. If that fails, well, we're not part of you, so
yeah. Why don't we do that? Why don't we split? I think I have the highest manipulation, which is 2.
We'll see you guys in about 5 minutes, okay?
So me and one other person, probably Isaac, should go to the front to maybe distract everybody from looking at any security cameras and, like with potential business, while Jonesy and Mars sneak in because Jonesy's the scent hound. He's the one that's going to find where we're going to go.
Dude, that
we should
sounds
probably
so
get
cool.
his car real quick. Give us about 10 minutes. Mars, I need your keys. And we'll distract the guards for you.
Eli shaking his head vigorously.
I'm Mars.
Now,
I'm reluctant to hand you my keys.
Phil, I'll let you make the call. But that is also Mars's only vehicle.
You'll get it back.
He barely knows these guys. And if you need to get out of here to save your own skin, that's probably the only way that you can.
You'll get it back as soon as we get back with the car.
I can't just leave him here because then I'd make the guy who sent me upset.
Okay, Crawford, you go with Jonesy to go and sneak in. I'll take Mars to get his car. He's going to be a big baby about it.
Love that car.
It's a piece of shit, but it's my piece of shit.
Exactly.
It is the best 1988 Dodge Neon ever.
So what if it has 230,000 miles on it? She runs beautifully.
Yeah, right.
All he's done with his life is gonna help Taco like 8,000 times.
It doesn't have power locks or power
Manual
windows.
windows.
Yeah, it has manual windows which are still broken somehow.
The gas gauge doesn't work. The mileage doesn't work.
Pull a string to make the wipers go.
That's all I got, man.
So yeah, man, if we're
Mars
gonna
is
try and
reluctant to
sneak
hand over the
through,
keys because the car is permanently hot wired.
Oh, what? This is Mars's car.
Sorry,
He's
I
like,
had,
look,
it is officially in every sense Mars's car. That has been established in the B plot. I had to get that one out.
he's
there.
like,
I'm
I
sorry.
specifically made this thing out of like 3 paper clips that is specific to put into my console to get the car to start.
Joe, you were saying.
I was gonna say, yeah, if we're gonna do some sneaking, man, I'm all for sneaking. Let's do it, Crawdaddy.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the way we're gonna do it.
All right, me and Mars are gonna get the car. We're gonna go and distract it for you guys, and you guys just give us 10 minutes to get there and like 2 more minutes to distract the guard.
10 minutes, go.
Okay, let's go. We start spreading down the road. And I start spreading the wrong way because I have no idea where this town is, like everything laid out. And Mars is like, hey, this way.
So we're not taking the car?
No,
We're going to go get the car.
Yeah.
Because we
and
just
Isaac are
walked a
going
couple
to go get
blocks
the car.
away from it.
Yeah. You're not very far at all.
Okay.
You're
We can see
5
the
minutes,
distance.
10 minutes at worst down the road.
But we've never really been to this part of town, so Isaac started running the other direction. Like, all right, let's go.
Go, go, go.
So
You're like, wrong way, dude.
So,
yeah.
once everybody is able to meet back up, the plan is going to begin. So we have Jonesy and Crawford.
Yep.
Going into the units,
Yes.
and Isaac and Mars distracting the office. Is that correct?
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, distraction crew, I am going to need you to give me either manipulation, composure, combined with subterfuge or socialize.
What's subterfuge mean?
Subterfuge is a skill. It is any sort of deceptions.
You know, I
For-
think
for you.
when Phil took that screenshot with his phone, that wasn't on the screen, so he may have missed it.
It's 5 dice for you, Phil.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Manipulation, composure mixed with what?
No, it is
Manipulation
either
or
manipulation,
composure.
composure,
Oh, okay.
and then you're choosing either socialize or subterfuge.
Subterfuge.
Socialize. Click it. Why aren't you clicking it? It won't click.
it. We'll just
Roll the
count how
dice
many
manually.
dice then, and we'll just roll them out.
No, it's gonna be 4. Okay.
So I need to roll 2 or
Yeah,
roll
Yeah,
5, but roll as well.
yeah, 5 dice.
Why is it not working though? It doesn't make any sense.
I like
No,
that quick
because
clarification.
roll
I need to
doesn't
roll
like
2.
the word.
You mean roll 5, but roll as well. Yeah,
I can
Roll-
click.
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good one. I like it.
You said left.
Did I roll it? I didn't really see. I clicked 1, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
The-
Oh shoot! Okay, I need 3 more of those. So let's roll.
You need 3 more ones.
Oh
No.
God!
But I got 2.
One more.
Ah!
So
Good.
we have
Gosh,
Mars
Horrible.
at 0 success or at one at a dramatic failure, and we have Isaac at a dramatic failure.
I would like to use a willpower, just balance that out to 0.
Mars, would you like to do the same?
Wow. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Okay.
all I
So-
could think, Eli, was you're going to say they walk up to the booth, and the guy in the booth says, "Who's that guy behind you in the Hawaiian shirt?" Distraction fail.
How much is that doggy in the window?
So what this is going to mean is that you are distracting the office, technically speaking. Their attention is focused on you, but that's because you've lost this social interaction. So instead of being in control of the situation, you are falling prey to their sales techniques.
You're gonna leave with 10 storage units.
So
and you
if
had to
I
pay in
pay for
advance.
3 storage units, I get 1 free for a month. Okay.
Yes,
So
the
four-
first month on the 4th unit is going to be free, and then you also get a 15% discount on the other 3 units for the next 6 months. If you do need to
I see.
vacate any of the units, if you vacate the 4th unit, then you get to keep the discount. But if you vacate any of the other 3 units, then all the other units default to regular store prices. And you
I
can
see.
see right here in the lease agreement,
And if I do it for 6 months, I get the iron.
it's a you are entered into a raffle, and an iron and ironing board are one of the possible prizes.
So how much for just the iron and the ironing board?
We can't sell you those items directly. We're not an authorized merchandise.
So if I get 8, can I get put in twice, or how does that work?
You could get put in for the you could get a second name put into the raffle if you purchase another 4 units worth of
You're driving a hard
space.
bargain. I'm going to talk over my buddy here for a bit. Could you give me explain to the shore right here about cost effect and how many free months I can get if I double up or if I triple up? I'm really trying to make a bargain here, and just
Okay. So Isaac is going to give me a resources roll. Flat.
it wasn't
Isaac's
serious.
gonna call
He wasn't actually gonna
MasterCard
pay
to get
for-
his limit increased.
0 successes from both of y'all.
Resources.
So it should be 1 die.
We have one.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to find. Oh, just one. Okay, I just rolled 1 die then. Hopefully, it doesn't go like it did earlier. And
Oh,
At least
okay,
it wasn't
so
a 1.
It wasn't a 1.
A 7.
But
So
it's not a success either.
So close.
it is not a success. It's not a dramatic failure, though, so you don't lose the resources dot. We'll resolve that in a few minutes. First, we're going to get to Jonesy and Crawford.
You guys got
see-
5 minutes.
yeah.
You see, you see your companions going to the office, and the people behind the counter practically pounce on them with excitement.
Nice.
Did you all just in your heart of hearts give a salute to your fallen comrade?
But
'Cause
Mars
that's-
is bedazzled.
oof. Oof.
All right.
So it's on me.
Are we going to
Uh,
find our way in there then?
You already have a way in there. You
Mhm.
you have a guaranteed way in there. Are you taking the hole in the fence?
Oh, hell yes.
I'm gonna
All
look
right.
at it first and let him go through.
You get through the fence, and you're amongst the buildings. You see a total of 5 of the larger buildings. These hold the 10 by 10 units, and then 2 buildings just as long that hold 6 by 6 units.
And I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna be like, Jonesy, I don't know your process, but something tells me we don't have a whole lot of time in here, so not to hurry up. or
Easy. Take it easy, man. It's going to be one of the bigger ones. I'm making this up, but it's going to be one of the bigger ones. I'm sure of it. Victor wouldn't go for the small unit.
Fair
I
enough.
Don't know how I know that, but yeah. And I would definitely start by just glancing down the rows and see if anything is interesting, but also ignore storage units that do not have a lock because they're probably not in use.
Okay, go ahead and give me a presence occult roll.
Oh, that's cool because I upped my occult because I was getting more into this stuff. Let's see here. Presence and occult and dice and a submit, and I got a uno success. Out of
Ooh.
6 dice, I got 1 success.
And you can roll it again.
Wait, hold
Ooh, I
on. So we've
can.
got 6 dice here. 4,
Right.
2, 5.
Oh, it already rolled.
4, 2, 5, 10,
Oh, yeah.
7, 4, 7.
Yep. With a single success, you know that you can't get into the right headspace here. So you're not
Okay.
you're not trying to engage in that. You're not trying to pray to the universe to give you something here.
I'm
You're
staying open to the cosmic waves. I just know they're not reaching me.
yeah. You're rolling off of your own intuition here.
All right. So that means I'm taking the crystal out of my pocket. And this is a red crystal with a number 12 clearly carved in the side. And I'm just kind of holding it and focusing my own energy through it.
You walk quickly and with purpose up and down the aisles. You're just short of actually being in a run. You're looking at the units that have these locks. Some of them are overlocked. Some of them have a rather cheap one. A few of them look to have rather sturdy locks. But one does catch your attention. It's actually unlocked.
Oh, okay.
It has a lock, but the lock is not secured. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
I
Huh.
was just gonna ask, was there anything that I could see? Just because I know he's got he's dead focused on his crystal.
Oh, yeah.
You can give me a wits investigation
Yep.
to see what you see.
Do you see
As,
what I see?
Did anybody pick up the Harbor Freight bolt cutters, or did we just like examine them? And throw them back?
Isaac was picking
going
them
to,
up. But if Isaac didn't pick them up, I was going to,
He
because I know we
probably-
need bolt cutters when we get to the door.
Probably would have handed it to them since they were sneaking in, though.
Yeah. So I would have them then.
Well, I got 2 critical failures on that.
Okay.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
Crawford, you're looking around, trying to make sure that Jonesy is covered, making sure that nobody's watching, trying to find out where all the cameras are placed. And near the main building, but not in view of the office, there is an awning. So you quickly duck under that awning, trying to get a better vantage point on some of the buildings, kind of get all your lanes lined up. And to get to the awning, you step through the intersection of the 2 largest lanes.
Uh-oh.
Where all of the cameras are pointed.
You see, Superman is always looking for the lowest lane.
Oh,
Oh.
Randy, lose 1 experience.
Oh,
I'm joking. Don't.
I'll do it.
I don't think you actually have 1 to lose. I think you spent all of
I
your
spent them all.
experience.
yeah.
I'll just subtract 1 from the.
You're just at
total
a
I get
deficit. No, Crawford, you quickly move across this intersection, trying not to make a scene, making it look like you're meant to be here. You know what you're doing. You step into the center of the intersection, and the world around you loses color.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
Oh, not again.
Now, Jonesy, you lean forward to see this.
There's Lois Lane for you.
There it is.
Jonesy, you lean towards this lock that has been left open.
Mhm.
Something about it just kind of called out to you. And as you reach your hand out to manipulate it, see a brand or something, you get that rush across the back of your neck.
Oh. Where's that coming from? My eyes closed. My fingers go out to feel the waves. Where is that, man? What is that? Crawford, you feel that, man?
You speak and you feel an incredible loneliness.
Crawford, you feel that, man? You hear? Is he here?
No,
Can he
no
hear?
response.
Okay. I guess I got to open my eyes, but now I'm afraid to open my eyes.
Crawford, you look around in a panic, wondering, okay, how can I get out of this? How did I get here?
Fuck.
And you see down one of the lanes, directly in front of the main gate that you would drive through.
The highest or lowest lane?
Oh, God. You're going to lose more than experience. Where's Isaac Jr.? We're going to need
A
him soon.
familiar form standing there,
You think Isaac's ever got laid?
arms spread apart in a welcoming embrace, stark white robes worn over their slight frame.
Is that the jazz player? Jesus H. Christ.
Failed jazz musician.
Beck?
It's a good carpenter, though.
My God.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in the main office,
So is your chupacabra insurance or I hear there's a lot of them going around here, so I really need something secure.
they have they've just about gotten you to sign the lease on several units. And Mars, you get a major ping from your danger sense. It's you're in a building. It is AC controlled. You're like you hear the thrum of the AC. You hear the buzzing of the lights, but then you also hear over all of that the sound of rushing wind, and it chills you to your core as Isaac is moving the pen down to sign on the lease.
Quickly slap the pen out of his hand and say something's wrong.
Ow! Like,
You didn't
What are
get
you
the free
smacking
rust
me for?
proofing.
Something was up, dude.
I was finally gonna get me a freaking iron.
We'll find a different way for you to get an iron.
Isaac's priorities are all over the place.
Yeah. Can
I'm gonna talk to him for a bit.
yeah. So
You step aside away from the counter so that you have a little bit of privacy.
No, seriously, what the F? Ow.
yeah, I sensed something was up, and it may have been having to do something with you agreeing to that lease, whatever.
So I'm gonna pass, but it was nice talking to all you folks, and I'll get Chupacabra protective doors because that's shit crazy. You don't want them breaking in and stealing people's stuff. Anyway, nice talking to you. We'll see ourselves out. Bye.
Okay.
That was abrupt.
The both of you exit through the front door. You hear the little bell overhead, and as the bell chimes, the both of you also find all color drain from the world. And standing in front of the gate is the same figure described earlier.
What was the figure described earlier?
The white robes and
Light
stuff.
figure in a white robe with arms welcoming.
Yep. A quick look around, you see Crawford just down the way. And looming behind him is the end of the episode.
Oh. The end of the episode always creeps in somewhere.
Gets us every time.
Every time. You want to go through end of session, Eli?
Yes, I do.
Let's do that before we wrap it.
So, for end of session, everybody here is going to gain experience points except for Mars because he has NPC status. He doesn't get any better at anything.
Next time.
So I'm just gonna put 0 there because no.
So, first up, 1 point of experience to everybody who showed up tonight.
Yay.
Thank you for joining, and thank you for listening. You get an
You're
experience
welcome.
point too. Spend it however you'd like. Second, learning curve. Joe, what do you feel Jonesy learned today?
Oh my gosh, this whole supernatural thing is real and it keeps happening and it is so freaking cool.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take
Because
it.
for him, so far, everything about it has been positive. It's weird, but super positive.
It's
I haven't experienced the film noir world yet.
it's gotten to the point that he's able to use his own intuition to suss these things out instead of being at the mercy of the winds of the universe.
Hell yeah. He's super
So-
psyched.
Absolutely. Gain an experience point. Crawford.
And just to be clear, I did learn more about the world too, but that was what was most important to the character at this point.
That's what I'm looking for.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say the same thing, but it's really, if you guys remember how freaked out I was about that and being like a non-believer,
Yeah.
when
When it happened in the church,
I
you
to the
freaked.
supernatural realm, and then now I'm here again. I realized that I fear all things supernatural.
I realize that there is a healthy amount of fear.
Yeah, that place has decent soup.
Well, yeah, it's actual soup. It's an intended menu item. Some damn good caldo.
I mean, yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it for me. That's all I really came across today.
Okay, you know what? I'll allow it.
All right.
Take it. Take the experience.
Excuse me. And then Isaac's lesson tonight. What did he learn?
Isaac has learned that their actions have led to consequences, and they are actually in more danger than what they started with. And things are just going to probably get worse from here. So he's going to stay more on guard. And
We can hope.
yeah,
I love it. That's beautiful. I
love
like
the
that.
idea that Isaac seems to be more reluctant now, and Jonesy's just going to charge forward. That's like the exact opposite of how we started. I like that idea.
It's
Wouldn't
very
exactly
interesting
say completely
see
reluctant.
Yeah.
how it goes. Go ahead and take that XP point for Isaac. Now then, Phil, what do you feel Mars learned tonight? He's got a lot that you could say here, but I want to know what you feel was most important for Mars to learn here.
So he's just kind of been taking in his new team and seeing what all's going on. I'm bad at this.
You're new to this. is what I'm
Yeah, I'm new at this.
Only one way to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
For
try
sure.
it.
Zeb was new about 3 months ago. So
Yeah.
He took it up quick. So he's just taking in his new team and their personalities and learning what he can do to make it a more secure investigation, whatever.
Okay. I do like that. Because as somebody that is so new to this team and who's filling a role that clearly has not existed up to this point, there's a major learning curve for Mars to get used to, just like there is for you, Phil. I think it's a rather on point piece to have learned tonight. Great
It's
job.
relevant that you use the word secure too, because you're supposed to be keeping us safe. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you stopped the group from being in abject poverty. You have secured their
They
finances.
weren't too far off.
All right. So after learning curve, we have role playing. And as is usually the case here, I want to give everybody here the role playing XP point because everybody did a good job of being their characters.
gracias, muchacho.
As the story goes on, I imagine there is going to be less and less of a chance of the roleplay XP not being doled out since everybody is so used to playing their characters in the later portions of the story. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely looking forward to the roleplay point becoming automatic.
Yeah.
Final point, heroism. Who has taken on a bit of risk? Who has laid
Is
down...
unwitting heroism?
There is a
okay?
very fine line between heroism and stupidity. You'll have to convince me which side of it you're on.
I believe that
Till that
Jonesy was heroic by immediately following his unseen sense And I
Twice.
don't feel it was stupid because he's learned it's reliable.
I would either vote for Jonesy or for myself for
This isn't an
intimidating
exclusive XP.
Okay.
Anybody who has done something particularly heroic could qualify for it.
Then yeah,
we don't get into voting until it's the bonus XP.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, for me, that for Jonesy, that's something I wasn't expecting to do, but I feel like he's trusting that now. So blam, done. And since it's something only he does, as far as he's aware, it's pretty important for him to do it, and it benefits the group. So I consider that to be an heroic action.
I would say anything that a man does with his eyes closed is heroic.
Even walking out of a taco place. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Zeb, do you feel that Crawford is eligible for the heroism XP tonight?
I mean, I kind of stuck my neck out there, deliberately mean mugging that guy back. That's really the only thing. Though I would say that it can partially be said that breaking into a very secure
Storage
facility is also heroic. So
I just used the opening that somebody else had cut, though. It's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, but we were going in there.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah.
I'll have to consider that one. Randy, do you feel that Isaac is eligible for the heroism XP tonight?
Other than being a distraction, I don't think he really did anything too heroic. I was gonna say giving shit to one of Ricky's boys immediately by being like, "Oh, there's a dog outside," but no, that's not heroic. That's just him being a dick. So no, I don't really feel like he was too heroic, other than being a distraction. And then he got kind of caught in the game.
I do think that you should consider the specific wording on what I said qualifies for the heroism. Somebody who has put themselves particularly at risk. And you did put your finances at risk, which is vital to the mission.
That is very true.
We're going to go broke with all your heroics.
Anything to get an iron, dude.
He totally put the finances at risk to go and make sure that these guys stayed undercover, out of sight from the cameras, and people watching cameras. Yeah, totally. That's what I said.
So I think I'll go ahead and give it to both Isaac and Crawford here.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Did you already give me one, or am I not getting one?
You got
one. Yeah, I already said that you.
I just wanted to make sure because I didn't put it yet.
Okay. Phil, do you feel that any of the characters tonight did anything particularly heroic or put themselves at risk of failure or in actual danger that hasn't been covered tonight?
That hasn't been covered?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, no, I can't think of anything.
All right. And that's perfectly valid. Sometimes we just don't think we did anything that cool.
That's a lot of the time it comes down to that. We voted for Randy because Isaac has been such a character. We voted for him more than we voted for ourselves for some of these things. Yeah.
Yep. That is it for standard XP. We will go ahead and move on to our bonus XP. So
voting time.
Best scene. Tonight, who do we feel did the most or achieved the most for their goals?
I think Jonesy definitely did with his using his ability to go and get us in the right direction, because we were lost for the most part, other than a few leads that may not have been fruitful until his powers kicked in.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Jonesy really was the workhorse this time around.
I would. I not only would I agree, but I would add, because I normally don't vote for myself, but I would add that it wasn't just the sense, but I was like, I'm just going to start calling the storage places too. Let's make something happen today, right? So
very true, very true.
Put in footwork. He's got it.
And
I mean, we've always done something, but
yeah, but it's a little weird because, like I said, I didn't really think about it until Randy, you had said that Isaac was going to be more cautious. I'm like, Jonesy became a lot less cautious all of a sudden, and Isaac has become more cautious. So it's a cool dichotomy there. I like the way that flipped around.
Isaac's like, things are getting a little serious, and Jonesy's like, yeah, screw it.
This serious stuff is awesome.
All right. So go ahead and give yourself the bonus XP, Jonesy,
Thank you.
or best scene. Next up, funniest scene or funniest joke. This could be granted to the character or the player.
Can everybody else get one except Randy because he did the lowest lane?
Oh man, I was gonna say I was gonna take the high road and not do the lowest lane. Son of a...
Oh boy.
I don't know. I like my emergency soup.
I like the combination of the emergency soup as well as the stare down for no reason. I mean, from my perspective, it was for no reason. It was, Crawford may have had a reason, but that whole stare down idea in El Taco Kama Taco is just, I just found that to be ludicrously funny.
Yeah,
because I'm thinking like it's this guy that we've established as Rick Moranis in a cowboy hat, staring down somebody who's sitting inside El Taco Kama Taco, eating and giving us a dirty look. And he just walks in and stares him down. Like, damn, that's cool.
Soup while he was staring him down.
Yes, while he's got soup dripping from his mustache.
I do also want to add on to the note of him drinking his soup as he's saying that, slurping his soup as he's saying that, because he did not, Zeb did not gesture that he was drinking the soup with a spoon and like slurping out of the spoon. He gestured as though he was holding the bowl in his hands, going, "You like the way I stare at you?"
Exactly. Picturing that scene to me makes that the funniest scene.
So, like, how you doing?
Okay,
how you doing?
So we've got 2 votes for for Crawford with
Crawford soup.
Soup stare down.
The soup stare down.
Randy.
I love it.
No, 3 votes. I agree.
3 votes. Phil, do you feel that there's do you agree with them, or do you feel that there was something else tonight that was funnier to you?
I don't know about funnier. I'm kind of tied between the water bottle with the bouillon cube. And
yeah.
Also a Zeb joke.
Yeah, you can't putting it in your mouth like dip.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
okay. So it sounds like your vote is for Zeb / Crawford.
Yeah, Zeb / Crawford.
Okay. My vote, because I do get a vote in these, is not Zeb / Crawford, because the imagery,
the grossness on Eli's face, man. I thought Eli was ready to puke.
I was ready to puke.
That's another thing that made it so much funnier to everybody else was your reaction.
Like, oh my god, dude, that was disgusting. All right, take your bonus XP, and then we're just not going to talk about it anymore.
Well,
next up,
what was your vote?
Well, yeah, what was your pick, Eli?
Anything but
anything
that.
else. Everything else was funnier. Everything else.
I like.
Man, he got hit by the bouillon cubes too. He was like, "What the? What? No!"
Oh my gosh! Although in particular, I found the jokes made at Beck's expense. I thought that whole bit was funny.
Yeah,
because I didn't even think about it until Randy said, "Man, I hate that band."
Terrible music. You can't stand it. You're being sucked.
So
yeah, she hates it when Randy says and when Isaac says that. Yeah.
Yep. The last bonus XP, just cause. Who do we want to give an extra XP point tonight? Joe?
Ooh, can I?
Do what? I'm sorry. Say that again.
The final, the final bonus XP that I'd give out is just cause.
I wanna say
who do we
Isaac had some character development tonight that I think is probably worth acknowledging.
Okay.
It was a different Isaac on board tonight.
All right.
And Randy seemed comfortable and uncomfortable with the new Isaac at the same time. So it's pretty cool.
Zeb?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Yep.
Randy?
Yes, please.
Okay. He wants to give it to himself.
There you go.
Phil?
Yeah.
I'd give it to Phil if he had a character, but
Who do you want to give the bonus XP to?
All right.
I think Eli should get it.
If only I could use it.
Ask
There
it,
you go.
sir.
Get
I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Just kidding.
the Isaac. Yeah, right. I guess
I'll
he's
be
ready.
waiting.
Oh no.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd vote for Isaac. Isaac.
I think
All
you mean
right.
Isaac.
Isaac.
So I sack, you sack, we all sack gets a bonus XP just cuz.
Yeah.
Selling Isaac.
That is going to wrap up XP for tonight, which also brings us to the end of our session. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. For now, we can all say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
Oh, who me? I got nothing, guys. So anyway, cut it out. See you guys.